Floss Tube, it's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Sunday the 12th of April. It is Easter for those of us who celebrate Easter. And welcome. I hope everyone is doing well and keeping their social distance and being responsible citizens. Dan is joining me today.
Hi.
That comes from, what commercial is that?
I have no idea. One with the blue fuzzy guy.
Blue fuzzy guy.
I think it's a phone, some kind of a phone commercial or something. I don't know.
I don't
it's
know.
Just funny.
It's just Dan. It's just Dan.
I got everybody at work doing it, so
Yes, that is how he greets you anymore.
get into work and it's hi, hi, bye.
Yeah. Yep, that's how he greets and says goodbye anymore. So, I promised you all a video today with the two of us. Dan's going to update you on his progress with
GW.
George Washington or John Adams or whatever he's going to call it today. Now he's going to call it George Washington. Okay, that's fine. He'll show you his progress on George Washington. He has a woodworking project he'd like to share with you. And I have a couple of whips that I want to show you, and a couple of old pieces that I don't think you can't wiggle the desk because you're going to make the whole thing jiggle. So keep your leg calm today. He's a jiggler. I don't know. Is your husband a jiggler? His leg moves all the time. It drives me insane. Quirky. Yeah, you're quirky. It's no wonder your dog is. Anyway, a couple of whips. I have a couple old pieces that I brought from, we'll call it out of the vault. They hang up in the guest room upstairs. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot to show. I've been kind of stitching on just one thing. And although my friend Mary did call yesterday before I left work and more or less challenged me to start a Quaker Welcome from Lila's studio this weekend as a stitch-along, which we all know how Julie and stitch-alongs do. I start and then I drop out real fast. So anyway, Mary, I'm still looking for the fabric that I know is here. I just don't know where it is. So I will let you know when I find it. I'm still looking. Quaker Welcome, in case you guys are not familiar. This is a Quaker Welcome from Lila's studio. It was new at market. She's never at market. It just comes out right at market time. So that's the one Mary kind of challenged me to do a stitch along. And so we'll see how that goes onto the floor.
I hate it when that happens.
It's okay. It can stay there. Anyway, Dan, would you like to start?
Certainly.
So that is his progress. He's made quite a bit since the last time we had a video, but he kind of has slowed down a little bit on his stitching. I'm not sure why. I was hoping he would have this done by now, but he's doing well. George got legs and a body. He was just kind of hanging out there, just the head, which is always kind of freaky. And he's starting on the horse.
Yep. I started at the trunk of the tree and worked all the way around to back to George, and I was hoping that he would line up with the pot of cherries there, and he did. So I got lucky, very lucky, but he's working out pretty good. So we're starting on, what's it, Old Blue? Is that his name? George Washington's horse, you said?
Oh, what's the name? Oh, now you're asking me.
I don't know.
Where's your chart? Blue Skin, not Old Blue. Blue Skin. He had Blue Skin, I had Blue Duck.
Mhm.
So that's all he's worked on, though, as far as stitching goes.
Right, but I got plans.
He's got plans. What are your plans?
Well, I was going to talk about my bowels. Wait, did I say bowels? I meant
don't know
bowls.
if they want to talk about your bowels.
Bowls. Sorry about that. So here's my plan. This is from, Julie brought this back from market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Several of these, which are cool, but man, they're expensive. This is what,
38.
$38 for a ceramic bowl.
Which, okay, that's his opinion that it's really expensive. My opinion is that's all handmade, and
It's packaged very nice. It comes with all.
I don't think it's too expensive. I think it's well worth it.
I'm just out of touch, I guess.
Did you say you are touched?
I'm out of touch.
You're touched.
But it's a very nice ceramic bowl. But see the drip in it? $38 and you get a drip. So I've been thinking about doing some lathe work. Julie got me a lathe for Christmas 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I piddled
Hasn't
around.
touched
No,
it.
no, I piddled around with it a little bit, but I haven't got anything substantial done. So I've been picking up some exotic woods now and then from our woodworking store here in Omaha. They put several exotic woods on sale every month, and just been kind of grabbing one over the last couple of months. So this is the first one that I did. It's made out of teak, which has been stained. Julie didn't really like this is more what it looks like naturally. It's got a lot of green and red and a little bit of purple in it before you actually stain it. Some yellow.
It was light colored. I'm not a fan of light colored wood.
So we darkened it up, and that's how that one came out. And then this is the one that I just finished up yesterday. This is called Spalted Maple. Now this is pretty much a natural finish. And spalted maple just means that it's maple that has started to rot. So we as woodworkers spend good money on wood that is rotting because it gives you this black fungus, basically, fungi. And it has to be treated kind of gingerly because the wood is a little bit soft in these white areas here. It gets kind of soft and rotten, so you have to kind of stabilize it. And it tends to chip out. There are a few gouges in the middle of the bowl here where my tool stuck because I'm kind of out of practice. But these have a project to go on top, right? That I don't remember, don't
Heart
know what
and
they
Hand
look
has
like.
several patterns that fit on the heartware bowls.
Okay. So that will probably be one of my next projects, just to see if I can get a sample out for you
Mm-hmm.
with some alternatives to the lovely ceramic bowls.
Okay. And you have another project that you're thinking on for the lathe.
Oh, yeah. Keep talking, I'll go get that. Okay.
Oh, what?
I'll go get the sample.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to keep talking, apparently. But I have no idea what I'm supposed to say. So it's Easter. We haven't done much. I made myself a chaffle this morning, a pumpkin spice chaffle, which was really yummy. And
Hi!
back to you, Dan.
I wasn't
No,
wrong.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you can talk a little bit about this.
So this is a obviously a flower frog that I've attached to a candlestick, and you can put your scissors in there. But I thought one made with a wood base would be really pretty. I haven't decided. I suppose we could go ahead and use the regular frogs, but he could also make a pretty wood top to go on it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's pondering how he wants to do that.
So yeah, this would be turned on the lathe just like the bowl is. Start off with probably a wide piece of wood and then glue a couple smaller pieces and then wide again, and then you shape it on the lathe as it's turning. And then this would have to be drilled, of course, coming down. Now, would the holes be able to go straight down, or would they need to be at an angle like this? Would be my question that I had.
Well, these aren't necessarily I mean, they're bigger at the top than they are at the bottom, but they're not angled.
Okay, so if I turned it like this with the dome on it, the holes could just come straight down.
They could.
Because these technically are tilted a little bit, kind of like this, instead of straight down. That's my question. That makes it a little bit harder to get them at an
I
angle.
do like to make things hard for you.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. Make a prototype and we'll see. Use cheap wood for the first one.
Got it. All right.
Not the good stuff.
Okay.
Okay? You got anything else you want to talk about? No? Nothing?
I'll just listen.
You'll just listen. Okay, well, then we'll talk about my whips. The first one, and I couldn't find the front of the chart, so I just printed out a picture of the chart. This is, what is this? Baltimore Saltbox, I think, from With Thy Needle and Thread. And I'm kind of doing my own thing on it.
It's our long flag.
Originally, where'd it go?
Is it on the fell on the floor?
No. There it is. Okay. So, originally I was going to do it exactly as charted, but the red used is tomato from Gentle Arts, and I'm not a huge fan of that color. It's a little too orange for me. I like my flags not to be orange. So I started out by just changing the red from tomato to cherry cobbler. And then I decided I wanted the whites of my flags, which I think was supposed to be either eggshell or bamboo. I think eggshell. I wanted to have it a little bit dirtier, so I changed it to, I should have looked what I changed it to. I can't remember. I'll put it in the description box, but I changed it to make it look a little less clean, because see, it's clean, and I wanted mine dirty. And then I got to this roof color, which is Grecian gold, and it was just a little bit too something for me, greeny gold or something. So I played around with several colors, and I ended up changing it to Burlap from Gentle Arts. And then I decided I didn't want to do all that fill because it's not my favorite thing to do. So I'm doing kind of a cross-hatch thing on the roof.
Thatch. Thatch.
Cross thatch?
Well, it looks like a thatch.
Well, it looks like a thatched roof, yes.
Is it a
But
cross-hatch?
it's a
It
cross.
looks like a thatch.
Yeah, that. But I was sitting outside on the deck stitching yesterday, and somehow I think my floss blew away because it got a little breezy there at the end, and it's gone. I can't find it, so my roof's not finished. But this is kind of what I've got so far. Oh, and I did one other thing. I changed the pot. Was supposed to be, I don't know what color it was supposed to be.
Blue.
Yeah, but not the same blue as this. It was a different blue. And it was too light for what I had in my head. So I could have used the same blue as this, but I decided I wanted to have a little bit more black in it, so I went with Tin Bucket I went downstairs to see what I had, and I had Tin Buckets, so that's what I'm using for that. So anyway, long story short, this is my progress so far. You can see the texture on the roof there. I don't know, lighting's not real great. It's winter came back and we're supposed to get snow later today, so I don't know how well that's going to show up for you.
Zoom in tight on that thatch.
There. So it just gives it a different look, and it takes far less time than filling in. And you can see kind of my white is kind of dirty in places, and I like that. So I'm pretty happy with it. I have a little bit left down here. I've got this stuff down here to do, and I have the star to put in on the house, and I got to finish the roof when I find some burlap. But I'm making good progress on it. That's all I've been really working on in the last week and a half. But I'm happy with how it's turning out. And it doesn't look that different from what Brenda did, but that tomato is pretty tomatoey. It definitely, it worked really well for the I Collect chart that I did. Uses tomato too, and that worked really well because it was a tomato, but for my flag I just wanted it a little bit more red and a little...
Did you coffee dye your...
Yeah, the fabric is one that, it's a 25 count Lugana that I did the walnut crystals on, and then baked it in the oven for a little while to make it grungy. I'm enjoying it, and I wanted to get a few patriotic things done because I don't have very many patriotic samples at the shop. So I worked just a little bit on samplers from Scarlet House, and I couldn't find my pattern. My stitching area over there is a mess right now, so that's on my list to do today, is to kind of straighten it up. But I finished my berry bowl and started on the border. There is supposed to be a little over one bird right here, which is not going to happen because I'm stitching over one on 25 count, and so I can't. So the little bird is going to have to. The little bird's going to have to not be on there, and I think it'll be fine. So I got that one. I worked for about an hour on Corners and Curves from Rosewood Manor. Did not get very far, but I will show you what I did get done. I finished this motif here, and I did this right up here, and I added that one. So these are all done with Carrie's silks that I just kind of looked at the picture and chose silks that I thought were close. It's a little bit brighter, I think, than what the original is, but I kind of like it. I'm just sad I can't get her to send me my order, so I am giving up on Carrie and removed all the empty hooks on the wall yesterday. Saving this for later.
Always got one of them.
Removed all the empty hooks, so what's left is what's left, and when it's gone, and I'm giving up, which makes me sad because her silks were my favorite. So, and then I put a little time into my Smithfield 1817 sampler.
When was that created? 1817?
Well, I don't know if that date is significant. I know that the girls at Twin Peaks did not create it back in 1817. And I don't know if there's a significance to that date. But it's a beautiful sampler. The colors are gorgeous. And that's that very corner up here is what I'm working on. This is, I believe, it might be 46 count vintage buttercream. It's kind of fun. The colors are so pretty. It makes it fun to stitch on. So that's everything that I have worked on in the last little while. Like I said, Mary has challenged me to start a Quaker Welcome, and that's why after I'm done here, gonna go clean up my corner a little bit and see if I can find the fabric. I found the chart where it was supposed to be, because I'm gonna rob Peter. It calls for, what's it call for? Now you can pick that up for me if you want. Primitive hair, Old Massachusetts, I think. 40 count Old Massachusetts. And I was going to use, instead, because I hate robbing one chart to do another chart. And my Old Massachusetts was earmarked for the big patriotic one from Lila, the one with the big building. And I have the 40 count Old Massachusetts on order, but I don't know when it'll arrive. So I was going to use old colonial parchment from Hand Dyed by Stephanie, but I sold it all to customers, so I don't have a piece of that left. So I was going to go ahead and rob the other one and start it. But like I said, right now it's kind of missing in action, but I'm sure I will find it eventually. What else? Family's doing fine. We really wanted to go out and see Abby and Reese, like sit on the porch yesterday, because yesterday it was really nice out.
Beautiful.
So we were gonna go sit out on the porch with Abby and Reese and just visit for a little while, keeping our social distance, mind you. But Dan woke up with a runny nose and a sore throat yesterday, which I'm sure is just allergies, but we just didn't want to risk it, so we stayed home. And he mowed the yard. I sat on the deck and stitched. So it was a nice day. He did take some Easter eggs over and deployed them in the front yard of Adam's house, and then he called. You called Adam.
I called Marcia.
You called Marcia and asked to speak to Emma and pretended to be the Easter Bunny. But she kind of knew it was Grandpa. Mm-hmm. Even though he was using some funny little, how did you sound?
Is it Easter Bunny?
That's a funny looking sounding Easter Bunny, I gotta say. But the kid's smart. Not much gets past her.
She goes, Grandpa, I know it's you, Grandpa. No, it's not. It's Easter Bunny.
So he watched them look for the eggs out in the front yard from a distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
to make it more realistic.
To make it more, yeah, like it wasn't really Grandpa that had done it. So that was fun for them and him. And I am enjoying my days off. I took, some of you might know, I took yesterday, today, and tomorrow off. And it was slept in past 6 o'clock. I feel guilty about that. I feel like I should be at the shop, which tells me that I've been at the shop too much. So I'm enjoying being at home. Haven't done a whole lot. Cleaned up a little bit. Did a little crafting project, some stitching, some sitting on my butt, some reading.
Grab a couple cushions.
No. Yeah, gonna make some dinner at some point today, and that'll be
Watch
Easter.
It snow.
Watch it start to. It's not snowing yet.
No, not yet.
I don't think it's raining right now either. I think it's that lull they said would be there, and then it's supposed to start again this evening. And 1 to 3 inches, possible blizzard type conditions because it's pretty windy outside. Abby, I think, is supposed to get something like 3 to 6 inches. So, dogs are doing well. Remy's tummy is still bothering her, but I think she's getting better. I've been giving her a antibiotic, so I think she didn't get us up at 5 o'clock this morning, so that was good. So hopefully she's improving. Oh, there's the baby. There's the baby in her blankie. Say hi, Remy. Say hi. Yeah, there's a good girl. Raggy is over on the chair sleeping. She gets a bath today. That's one thing on my list. I don't know if I'll do it or Dan will do it, but one of us is giving that dog a bath because she's disgusting. And otherwise, that's all I know. Like I said, I hope you're all doing well. I want to thank everyone again for following the Chart of the Day videos and answering the questions. I appreciate that. I want to welcome all the new subscribers and welcome back to everybody else. I've been watching a little bit of hello, sweetie. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Been watching a little bit of Floss Tube, but not a whole lot lately. Did you show them your teefies? Did ya? She could use braces. Yeah, I don't have anything else. I'm finding that a lot when I call Melanie. We just don't have a whole lot to talk about because she's just staying at home and I'm going to work and we don't go anywhere else or do anything else or see anyone else. So there's not a whole lot of things to talk about.
Don't try to watch Saturday Night Live when it's not live.
Ew, that was bad. They did Saturday Night Live last night live, but not in person. They were recording it all kind of thing, and it was not good. Not good at all. I was talking to Adam, and we were discussing that there's going to be a shortage of Hallmark movies for Christmas this year, which is breaking my heart. Good thing I have some left on my DVR from last year I can rewatch, but but there's going to be a shortage. They were supposed to start taping in April and they can't because of the COVID, so there will be a shortage. And I said, well, have you processed that there's also going to be no fall TV season because they start shooting those. Oh, there's Amy. They start shooting that at this time of the year too, so they're probably not going to be a fall television season. And he hadn't processed that, so I'm glad I haven't watched Outlander yet. I think we've got 2 seasons of Outlander to watch. I'm saving it up for this fall when nothing else is on. Anyway, I could just ramble on, but I'm not going to keep you.
Yeah, Remy needs a nap.
Remy needs a nap. Yeah, she's tired. She's like, answer that phone. So, I will probably see you tomorrow for a chart of the day, because I kind of feel like I'll end up going into the shop, even though I swore I wouldn't. I just kind of feel like maybe I will. We'll see. If not, maybe I'll come up with something to do from the house. I got stuff. I don't have as much stuff as some people have, apparently. I've been watching some of the stash dives, and I don't have I don't have a lot compared to some of these people. I have a lot of whips. I don't have a lot that hasn't been started. But it's kind of fun to watch people dig through their stuff. I've been trying real hard not to be sucked in and make a list or anything. So anyway, you all take care till next time, and stay safe and be well.
Bye.
Bye.